The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
This week, the French Business Confederation with the French embassy visited Georgia, and for 2 days numerous meetings were scheduled, including with the Prime Minister, who briefed the entrepreneurs on investment opportunities and the business environment in the country.
Yes, David, the French Business Confederation also met with the President of Georgia and some representatives of the state bodies. There seems to be an interest in doing business in Georgia, and in a few months we might be able to see French companies starting to operate here. Mariam Adamia attended a press conference, and we will get more details from her in the checkpoints.
The plane landed directly from Paris to Tbilisi on November 15th. The flight was attended by the CEO of the French engineering company Aegis and its 29 members. A 2-day visit has started off a delegation from the French Business Confederation together with the French embassy. Numerous meetings were scheduled, including with the Prime Minister, who briefed the entrepreneurs on investment opportunities and the business environment in the country. The meetings were also scheduled with the President and representatives of the state structures. As a result, today we can say that Georgia has really attracted the interest of French Entrepreneurs Association, and in a few months we will probably see the results of these meetings. That is, French companies will start operating in Georgia, which will ultimately affect the country's economy.
In my opinion, the visit met our expectations. We have been waiting for the implementation of this initiative since March 2020. The goal is to bring Georgia and the European Union closer. We are going to take effective steps in this regard. Accordingly, the companies that took part in the visit have already made future plans in Georgia, and some of them will start operating in the Georgian market in a few months. We hope that everything will go according to plan, especially in the field of infrastructure projects. They are interested in the World Cup planned in Bakuriani, as well as the tourism and agriculture sectors. Most importantly, this visit will continue in the future and the cooperation will deepen.
The purpose of the visit was to draw up an action plan for identifying and launching new business cooperation opportunities between France and Georgia. Businessmen working in the fields of infrastructure, engineering, agriculture, energy, and other fields who are part of the delegation of the French Entrepreneurs Association have studied potential investment projects in Georgia and adapted them to their own interests. As for the company Aegis itself, it is a large French company with a turnover of 1,200 million euros, which already operates in Georgia. Now they are starting to think about larger projects.
To answer more specifically why your country is attractive to us, I will single out 3 main criteria. First, macroeconomic stability. The Georgian economy has grown by 5% over the last 10 years. According to the forecast, it's expected to grow by 10% this year, given the post-pandemic period. In the coming years, about 7% is expected, and these indicators allow us to boldly start bringing French companies to the Georgian market.
According to the CEO of the company, the second important factor for French companies is the economic attractiveness that Georgia maintains, which means that foreign companies have the opportunity to enter the country quickly and start operating. He also mentioned the cheap workforce and friendly environment, which actually increases the interest for investors. He also assessed our country's ranking in the Doing Business rankings, where Georgia holds a leading position.
Given the example of our company, we will give preference to Georgia over other countries because of the Doing Business ranking. The ranking is a sign and proof that it's easy to do business here.
As for the third condition, highlighted by Mr. Laurent Germain, is the existence of interesting and ongoing projects in the country in terms of development. France can share its knowledge and experience in this regard. As we found out at the press conference, all 29 companies that arrived to Georgia during the visit want to focus more on Georgia and direct their investments to our country. Let's see what the result of 2-day visit will be, but today the expectations are high and the plans are large scale. The fact is that Georgia really needs strengthening today in terms of new companies, investments, and most importantly, getting closer to the European Union.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.